Hey guys, welcome to the show. I hope you're having a great day. I see Trey's bobblehead. Bobblehead? Bobble?
Man,
Bob
that's so rough.
bubble.
All right, let's cut the bit.
Oh, okay.
Let's move on. Should we do a beatbox or
Um,
something, Jason?
I
Or
guess I could do a beatbox. I guess that's the
how's your
thing we
week
do.
going? Oh wait, I don't want to hear it yet because we still have our headlines of the week.
Oh, is that what we do? Is that how we do
Yes,
this thing?
Jason, I love you. You know I'm messing with you, right?
What? You're messing with me because you don't love me? All
You
right,
ready?
give me some beats. Hello, guys. How are you doing now? I know that sometimes we should turn it up and down. We got Casey going to the national game. I never knew what that was called any other way. Now I can't take it down with the one time. Everybody's stepping down from the election. I'm still don't understand why I climb. If I can't make it forever, I gotta chime you. And the way that I do all the things I even said to do. And now I'm trapping, rapping, looking for the time, exhaling, breathing, wondering why. What am I gonna do? This is my dream. Then I gotta look for. This is my team. I'm so dope, out of control, bro. Now I gotta do forever, but I don't know. Yo, what's my game and what's my time, bro? Now I'm doing this. I gotta find though. Now I find you. Did you understand? Now I get it forever. They call me Superman. I feel the plan like this. I get it through. Man, I say this because I know what is true. Man, I'm just a rapper. Come on, react to time. Then I gotta flip it forever in my mind to find my rhymes, flipping it through. Yeah, I get it right because I'm gonna review and I'm waiting for the truth. I'm looking for true. Did you understand what I gotta say to do? No.
Are you looking for a different kind of podcast? How about informative and clean? It will make you laugh. Scout and Trey, yeah, that's what we do. We got a little funny thing, keeping it true. Hey, we take your topics and all your ideas and bring in a guest and we answer them there. Then we make a freestyle rap and do it for you. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. Yep, flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you.
Hello, everybody.
What's up?
This is me with a face and not just a talker. Hello. Why am I having these spirit fingers? Hello, spirit fingers.
All right, Ricky Bobby, you can put your hands down.
I have hands, everyone.
All right, what is everybody's headline of the week? All right, sweet. Jason, do you have one? We want our guest to go first because her story is probably way better than both of ours.
We want her to go last.
Did I say first? I meant last.
Why don't
we
you
saved
go
the best for
because
last.
I don't have anything at the moment.
We have a place. We have a place.
Whoa. Okay, that's weird. All right, mine is I'm being watched.
That's rough. Anyway, Miss Bonita, what is your headline of the week and a short phrase?
Okay. I don't know if I have this right in my head. Oh. Mine was a real like newspaper headline.
You're doing better than us. We really
Yes,
I really like
newspaper headline.
Sorry.
Okay.
Man is being watched in new home.
Okay.
Is that better?
Woman rolls out of an airplane at 12,000 feet.
Oh my gosh. That wins for sure. So then I'm going to change my title. Two people pick a place of destiny. So, Aaron and I picked a venue. We have our venue for our wedding. And it's the wedding reception. We're getting married at our church, which is free of charge. All things considered. And it's going to be awesome. We're so excited. And we did a lot of venue shopping this weekend, for just our reception. And we are looking at these places and super out of our price range for the first two. There's a lot of hidden costs with the first one. Just like, hey, she was saying, I don't like the chairs and how they look and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, they don't look great. In my head, I'm like, for me, it doesn't really matter as long as someone has somewhere comfortable to sit. but for a view of like everything that we put together, the chairs have to change. Oh yeah, it's $1.75 per chair. Well, we're gonna have 250 guests. No, we have bar. If we're gonna have a bar service, it's like whatever, 15 ahead, 20 ahead. If we want catering, it's the same thing. It's like all these things kept coming up, and then some of the venues, obviously, we have to use their certain vendors, and some were preferred, so that means we can use somebody else's. Or somebody else as a vendor that we choose, and then one fell into place. We had prayed about it. We had really, we had been looking at venues for a very long time, and this one it felt right. It was a flat rate. We could, some charges here and there just for like extra stuff that we wanted, but we can outsource everybody. It's open source. We can bring whoever we want in, and it's awesome. So we're super excited. We're glad that we got that out of the way, and now we're about to send out our save the dates. So super excited.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm excited for you.
All right, Jason, I got to hear this headline.
Well, so it's gonna be less impressive than it really sounds. But I
Usually, but it's okay.
installed security cams in my new house.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And so that was a fun tester. My son was figuring out that he could talk to the speaker, to the cameras, and I could talk back.
Oh,
to
wow.
him. And so he's like, he just sits in one room as I'm testing them. He's like, "Hello, Daddy. Are you still watching me, Daddy? I'm gonna do bad things now, Daddy." I'm like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "Ha! I tricked you." And I'm like, "That's not awesome."
And he throws the TV on the ground.
Yeah, and then he throws the TV on the ground. But it was cool. I ended up finding a bunch of like some Wise cameras for like $4 at Goodwill. Yes,
Wise. Hold on. Is that
Waze?
the brand Wise
Waze?
camera?
It's Waze, I guess.
I thought you were trying to say
WYZE.
smart cameras, but just like the Kmart brand, it'd be Wise cameras. Like,
That's great.
literally, no, that's what I thought was happening. I'm like, what?
No,
Is that it? Oh, okay.
Waze. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
That's dope, man. I'm glad you feel more. Do you feel more secure in your own home?
Sure. Yeah, I'm excited. It's really the one that I installed is really for my wife, so she can know when packages come. And
Oh,
so it
okay.
has a little
Yeah.
monitoring thing and tells you, "Oh, hey, the Amazon package showed up," and it's like, "Oh, cool."
So, quick sidebar: have you guys ever had anything stolen off your front porch?
Have you seen it before? No, nobody stole anything from
Well,
my
I'm
front
saying
porch.
you could have ordered it and not been there.
I know,
Yeah.
but they know I live here.
See,
They're gonna know
Bonita
that.
understands. See,
No, actually, that is a paranoid effort. So since that I moved into the house, I was always worried that was going to happen. Hasn't happened yet. Luckily, we have some pillars, and so usually they hide it behind the pillars, so you can't really
Perfect.
see it from the street. And so that's good. But I think when we had an apartment, we never really got our stuff stolen. We've had it sent to the wrong place.
oh
Once
my
I got
gosh, I
like
hate
somebody's like $400 Walmart order to our house,
that. And you said nothing, right?
No, we told them, and they said
Just
keep
kidding.
it. And they
No
resent it to
way!
the
Wait,
person,
what?
And I still literally have some frozen stuff from that order in my freezer.
What?
It was
That's
food?
wild.
Yeah,
They
Is
said
there not-
keep it?
yeah, because they're not going to They're not. It was. They're not going to be able to resend it.
Right, because you opened it.
No, I didn't
That-
open it, but they. It was already delivered to a house.
It's food, right?
Like an hour ago. And
Right.
so it's food.
Just
so
like-
they just
Right.
redid
Just
the
like
stuff
how-
and then reshipped it.
Oh, wow.
Some grocery stores can't receive certain items back just because of, I don't know if it was just the pandemic or whatever, but like they can't receive items back because it's like, we'll give you a refund, but whatever, keep it. Like it's, I don't know, they've already got the loss, I guess. Anyway, well, I'm glad you haven't gotten anything stolen off your front porch.
No,
You should put a surprise box
Mhm.
for people if they want to steal something.
I've thought about it. Well, but
Like
I'm
a
home all
confetti
the
bomb.
time, so it's really not that big of a deal. But maybe they could.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All
I
right, Miss
definitely worry
Bonita.
about it.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were done, Jason.
I kind of cheated because mine didn't happen this week. But
That's
fine.
okay. No one knows that.
Yeah.
till now, because I told them.
Yeah, good job.
That's okay. That's okay.
So rolling out, I rolled out of an airplane at 12,000 feet. So I
You-
did
I'm
a
not gonna say it. Go ahead.
skydiving.
Did you actually roll out?
technically, because it's
Do it,
like
Trey.
Did you
because you're
roll?
sitting there and so you don't like jump out. You scoot to the edge and you roll. You do roll. You do a roll and out of the airplane. Yes. Because
That's
it was
awesome.
I had somebody behind me, so tandem.
How quick was the jump? Like, did it feel like you were falling forever? Did it take like no time at all?
The actual fall was pretty quick because I don't know how many feet we go down before you release the parachute. And then once the parachute came out, it was slow. And I definitely want to do it again. So my son is 18. He was
Okay.
5 months old when I did this.
Okay.
And that's significant because I always said I wanted to skydive before I had kids because I thought it would be a real sad and dumb story that my son would say my mom died jumping out of a good airplane. And I
That's
didn't want him to
rough.
have that story. But I took a chance and I'm here to tell the story. I'm still here. So I want to do it again now.
Well, congratulations. What was the experience like? Because I have
It
never been. I don't know if I plan on going, but I think I want to do it, question mark.
it was absolutely amazing. I felt like, whoa, this is what birds get to see. Like blue sky, sun, the clouds, and again, like the scariest part is the drop because it's
Oh
like
yeah, for
the
sure.
air is, you could hardly breathe, and the air is like going in your face, and but then once the parachute lets out, it's like calm, and you're just like flowing and just gradually coming down to the ground, to the earth. It's really cool.
I feel like I would have a panic attack where I'm at in life because
Yeah.
I've ridden so many rides where it's like there was a thing called the Elevator in Six Flags Kentucky Kingdom, or now it was the Superman Tower of Power or whatever. It was like all the drop, like they bring you up and they just drop you.
Mm-hmm.
Though those bring me exhilaration, but I don't know if I could do that for like an extended amount of time. Like,
Yeah, but that drop part is the shortest part, is what I'm saying. Like because
gotcha.
when the parachute is out, you don't feel that drop because I'm a thrill seeker, so I love roller coasters and I love things like that. I may scream my head off, but I'll get on it.
Oh
But
yeah,
once the parachute's out, it's really like a calm, slow drop. It's nothing like that.
that's awesome. Well, that's super cool. How much was it?
How much? This was a long time ago, but I think then
Inflation
it
has
was like
happened since
under
then.
$300, I think it was. And you
It's not
go through
terrible.
you do a they have, do a little training video. Of course, you got to sign all these release forms.
If you die, it's not our
And
fault.
they give you a jumpsuit and all of that. And yeah, and of course I had a helmet and all that. But yeah, it wasn't that expensive, but I don't know how much it is now. But it was here in Texas. We lived in Killeen at the time. I don't remember the city where it was. Some small, I think we drove like an hour away. Um, so yeah, it was cool.
Super cool. I did not
Yeah.
expect to be talking to somebody about skydiving today. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I met someone who did it way back when, and he showed me the video, and I just thought, I want to do that. That looks cool. So yeah,
Well, congrats to you for actually jumping out and doing something you're not used to.
thank you.
That's awesome. All right, sweet. Jason, you ready?
No, but my son is. But I'm fine. My
Well,
son, he's trying to find New York simulators on Roblox.
New York simulators. All right. Well, feel free to mute yourself as need
Already
be, I
did.
guess. Okay. All right, Jason, do you have a question to ask me?
Hey Trey, is this your favorite part of the show?
I'm so glad you asked, Jason, because it is one of my favorite parts of the show because it's time for a quiz. That's right. It's DJ Sound Effects quiz time. I hope you guys are prepared because it's going to get buck wild. So, Jason, Miss Bonita,
Yes.
you guys are going to go up against each other in a little quiz where I have put a whole bunch of random questions in. Some of them are open answer, some of them are multiple choice, some of them are wrong answers only. And so whoever has the most questions correct at the end will win the quiz, and both of you will get to answer any and all questions I throw your way. It will just kind of bounce back and forth who goes first, and we'll try to speed this right along so we can talk to you about all the cool and amazing stuff that you do.
All right. I'm pretty competitive, so I'm going to play to win.
Let's get it. Jason, I hope you're ready because she brought her A game.
You're going to make sure I lose no matter what, Trace. So it really doesn't matter.
You should give your best effort anyway, Jason.
Why when I'm just going to lose?
No bowling excuses. No bowling excuses.
Exactly, Jason. Always bring your A game, no matter how much of an avalanche of experience is just like not there for you. So anyway, I'm joking. Anyway,
wow.
Miss Bonita, you go first. This is a random quiz that I just threw together. Question number 1: What is the official national anthem of the United States of America? Wrong answers only.
Wrong answers only. Born in the USA.
Oh, okay. Jason,
All the single ladies.
Look. I'm being nice.
Excuse me.
Miss Bonita gave a better answer, but Jason made me laugh.
She didn't. My answer was bad.
Born in the USA. No, yes, single ladies would be amazing. Everybody, let's stand for a national anthem. Put your hands over your heart. Oh, the single ladies. Yeah. Beyonce just like cranks it out real quick. That would be amazing.
You didn't say ridiculous. You said wrong. I could have given a ridiculous answer. No,
this is true. So
noted.
So I tell you what, if I do another one, right, try to make me laugh.
Okay.
And it won't necessarily be wrong answers. It'll be something along that line. Anyway, we're gonna move right along. You guys both get a point.
This is rigged. Okay, get a point. Good.
We'll see. No, you guys both get a point.
Okay.
Jason, what is the official national anthem of the United States of America? The real one this time, bud.
Oh, okay. I was like, didn't you just, am I getting glitched in the Matrix?
This is the second question.
Oh Lord.
You're joking. Come on.
Oh, beautiful. I do not know the name for some reason. All right.
That's wild. Miss Bonita, could you please tell us the answer of the actual national anthem?
Yes, it's called the Star Spangled
Dang it.
Banner.
Dang, that's tough. Congratulations. You get a point over Jason now. That's wild.
Okay.
Awesome. So you get crack at the next question first. Which mammal has no vocal cords? Yes, this is random. Is it a cheetah, a koala bear, a giraffe, or a platypus? A, cheetah, B, koala bear, C, giraffe, or D, platypus? Use your best guess.
I've never heard a koala make a noise. I'm going to guess koala, C.
Okay. Jason?
Sorry.
Do you want to hear the question again?
A whale.
So that wasn't it. That wasn't a part of the answer.
Oh, okay.
And if you've seen anything about Finding Nemo or Finding Dory, you'd know that whales make a lot of sounds.
They do.
That doesn't mean they have vocal cords.
How else would they make sounds, Jason?
They can whistling.
Anyway, so it's cheetah, koala bear, giraffe, or platypus?
Platypus.
Sad to say, both of you are incorrect. It's a giraffe.
What?
They don't have vocal cords.
I've never heard a giraffe make a noise either, but
I don't know if they
I
do.
mean, how are you going to hear them when they're like, when it's so high in the air and you're on the ground? If you're like a little, lion.
Anyway, so it is giraffe. We're gonna move right along here. Miss Bonita. Yeah, you learn something new every day. When was the company Nike founded? Is it A, 1961, B, 1971, or C, 1981?
1981.
Okay, Jason?
1981.
Okay, now, well, here's the tough part. It's B, 1971.
What?
So it's a good thing Jason isn't getting over you, but you guys aren't gaining points right now.
I kind of knew it was 1971.
I didn't know it was that late. I thought it was in the 80s.
Well, 80s is when that's when they started doing the track stuff. 80s is when they started doing
Oh,
basketball.
you're right.
So
Because
that's how
I
we
did
know.
watch the documentary.
The Air, that was good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well.
All right. Speed round. 2 more questions to go. Jason, according to Greek mythology, who was the first woman on Earth? Is it A, Eve, B, Pandora, or C, Gaia?
Pandora. B.
All right, Miss Bonita, same question. According to Greek mythology, who was the first woman on Earth? Eve, Pandora, or Gaia?
I'm gonna say Gaia.
I like Jason's answer. Sorry, that little cough.
Oh, Pandora.
Oh, well, I'm glad you answered that. That's the correct answer. Good stuff, Jason. Bonita, you guys got it correct. Phenomenal. See, you guys went from not getting answers correct to getting them both right. And this is for the coup de grace, the mansion of the eye. This is anybody's game. This is anybody's game, Jason.
Okay. All right.
Wrong answers only, and this will go to Miss Bonita first. If Jason was a cartoon character, who would he best resemble? You got to make me laugh.
Betty Boop.
All right, Jason. If you were a cartoon character, who would you best resemble?
Fred Flintstone.
Fred Flintstone? You know, I like Betty Boop. Congratulations, you win the quiz, Bonita. Congratulations, you win the quiz.
I literally look like Fred Flintstone, dude.
You said what?
I literally look like Fred Flintstone.
You look like Foghorn Leghorn.
You know, you look like Porky Pig.
How dare you? That's so. You know what? He's probably very successful, so I'm down with that. I don't care.
Gentlemen.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, we're totally joking.
No, I know
so
you
you
are.
win the quiz. Congratulations. You get our nice little NFT that has no monetary value, but we like to say that one day it might. You get our nice Jaime Pina NFT.
Yay!
So that's one of our friends. He's a producer on one of his own show, and he's known all across the nation in his podcast, Web Show Network. No, I'm just kidding. But he's a good friend of ours. That is not actually what he looks like. For some reason, Jason's editing thing made him look like that. This is kind of an inside joke we do now. That's why we have to.
Like that. It's just his body isn't 700 pounds.
Yeah,
Like
he does not look like
like
Jabba the Hutt gut.
Yeah.
So anyway, you win the quiz. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Jason, why in the world is Miss Bonita Owens on the show today?
Could you give me 1 second so my son doesn't come back in? I need to go do something real quick. I'll be right back.
Awkward. Okay.
So
Sure.
I can bring it up, but then you're gonna have to talk about it.
That's
So
fine.
when
I
I
mean,
asked-
just
when I asked Bonita what we should focus on for a better year, she said practice radical self-care. And I thought nobody better to talk about radical self-care than DJ Sound Effects himself. Let's talk about it.
okay.
I'll be back.
Awkward. No. What's he talking about? I have no idea. Clue me in.
Okay, so radical self-care to me is about doing more like usually when people think about self-care, they think about, a vacation or a massage
Oh, yeah.
or
All of those.
a mani and pedi, right? Or things like
Sure.
that. And self-care is so much more than that because, we had a lot of talk about self-care, but if you only take care of yourself when you have time for a vacation or a massage, right? You're missing a lot of time with self-care, right? And so a lot of people, once they finally take out the time, they're like hardly surviving. And we don't want to live in that cycle. We want to thrive. And so radical self-care is about what are you doing on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis to really take care of you. And it's really not just activities per se. It
Right.
is that, but it can be, saying no more, creating those boundaries, having time to think, getting good rest, proper rest, sometimes it's just walking in the park, so getting sun. And so I really, especially women, I like to talk to about this because, and women who have children, because we tend to be the ones who, take out time the least for self-care. So it's really a message I speak to primarily for women, but I think, we live in a society that champions, work, run, do all the things, stack your calendar with a lot of stuff, right? And it's not enough space. It's not enough pausing in our society. So I think it really is important for our mental and physical well-being to take care of ourselves more and be more intentional about it.
I appreciate you saying that because I literally just had this conversation with somebody where, as Americans, we are the worst vacationers across the board.
Yep.
Because sure, we get an allotment from whatever job we have to vacation. We get sick days that our job does not like us taking, and it's the term that is used in my job is called um, vacation time, but you have to request time off and have it approved.
Mhm.
It should be this. Oh, you're requesting time off? Great, take it.
Yeah.
If we don't have enough people that day, oh darn, we shut down. Obviously, that's going to cost the company money. But here's the thing: you're hiring the people. So, and I'm not saying like, hey, make a bad business decision, and But the thing is, as Americans, we like you said are go. There's no time to stop and vacation, and when that vacation happens, it's a short spurt, and then you're back to normal regular operating life.
Yeah.
Getting the kids to daycare, getting kids to school, or you have to go to work, you have several appointments after work, before work, whatever. And it stinks that we live in a society that doesn't know how to actually stop
It's so
just for a
true.
second.
And my husband's in the military and we lived in Europe twice. We lived in Germany. And that's the first time I learned that in terms of our society versus European society where, we live to work and they work to live. And so the first time I
Mm,
came across that and of course they don't have chains, like chain restaurants and things like that in the smaller cities at least. So your restaurants and your shops they're mom and pop owned shops.
sure.
But the first time I went to a restaurant where we would frequent, and there was a sign on the door and it said, "We are closed for 2 weeks for holiday." And my mouth dropped like, what? An establishment is closing for 2 weeks? That we wouldn't see that in America at
No.
all, right? And that is a real testament of how much they put vacationing as a priority. It's not like with us it's like, "Oh, if I get time, right? If I have enough vacation, if I whatever, if I can squeeze out time for it, I'll do it." But in Europe,
Mm,
it's a way of life. It's not if, it's when,
mm.
and so it's something that is embedded in what they do every day. And yeah, I think it makes a really big difference in our mental well-being when we make it a priority as best we can.
Yeah. Jason, he's still muted.
Can't hear you.
He's still muted.
It's been a while since I had a real job, and so now I just stay home with the kids. But they're like, I laugh when I get like 3 hours away from them because I love them very much. But man, they're a lot, and I have a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old, and so it's interesting how that works. But it's funny because I love the idea of that, um, but it's interesting how it works. And so, yeah, no, I think that self care is important, and I think making time for you is cool. I mean, I always try to like when it comes to like my family, I always try to do everything I can to make sure my wife has those times because she has a full time job and does all that stuff. So I'm like, all right, your day today is leaving this house, and you're gonna go do something for yourself. Leave. Don't come back until you're done.
Don't
But
come
make
back
sure
ever.
but make sure you bring some food. She's not cooking today. Um,
But you bring up a good point though. I think those of us who work from home, either you work at home on a job or you're an entrepreneur, um, have a bigger challenge actually, because your brain tells you, well, you're at home, right? You're not going out. You're not spending 30, 45 an hour, minutes, hour in traffic. You're not going to a new place. So I really think that those now people are working from home. And again, especially entrepreneurs have actually a different type of challenge in self-care, because it's we're not used to, we're still getting used to this whole idea of not going away to work somewhere and coming back. And so it can, the shutting off the time and creating those boundaries is when you start work and stop work. It can get really blurry when you work from home. And it's just as important, if you don't go away every day, to shut down and to take care of yourself mentally and physically, because the lure is that we're sitting all day, and this is what they say, that sitting's the new smoking. So from a physical
Mm.
standpoint, sitting all day, being sedentary, and the walk to the kitchen and the bathroom is really short. Much shorter than in an office building, right? And
Sure.
so yeah, it's something to really be cognizant of for business owners as well.
What do you, and I know that we talked about this before the show, but you mentioned removing Facebook from your phone. Does that have anything to do with unplugging and shutting down and, I don't know, self-care?
Yeah, it does. However, I'll tell you, the first thought, really, the motivation for it wasn't self-care. It was because I need to be on, or I want to be on LinkedIn more. And
Mm.
I've had this
Ah,
thing with LinkedIn. So I feel much more comfortable on Facebook. And a lot of the people that I need to connect with are on LinkedIn. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take Facebook off my phone so that I'm not, because it's kind of like, you got time, got 5 minutes. Let me see what's going on Facebook. So it really is gonna help me from a personal shutdown mode as
Yeah.
well. Because it's just, we are now so ingrained. A lot of us, it's like you pick up your phone. I've really started to be more aware of not using my phone as a filler. Like, so we use our phones as time fillers a lot of times. And so you may be at the grocery store, sometimes, if in the car, and in between activities, and our phones can be just a filler instead of,
Yeah.
when we didn't have that, what did we do? Like, we looked out the window, and like my daughter, even, she's a teenager, and she, of course, grew up with the phone thing, and she's like, Mom, I'm bored. I'm like, no one ever died from being bored. It's okay to be bored. Nothing wrong being bored.
I don't know if that's a true statement. I'm pretty sure lots of people die from being bored
I
because they want
doubt
to do
it.
something.
I doubt it. Now they
I
might
think
have
I told
been.
this story before, but I once was in a, I was driving with a girlfriend down the highway at 80 miles an hour, and I decided to tell her I was bored. Uh, and she said, "You want me to turn around then?" And I said, "No." And then she, at 85 miles an hour, turned around in a Jeep, uh, and we flipped 12 times, and yeah.
But did you
So
die? No.
I almost forgot that story. That is wild. That is like, there's abusive relationships, and that's just like psycho. Like, that is, I'm glad you're alive,
I'm
Jason.
not here to judge that part of it, but it was an interesting situation.
What's there to judge, bub?
But that would not have been death by boredom. That would have been death by girlfriend who doesn't like you telling her she's bored.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I see what you're saying.
Holy moly. Ay,
I'm
caramba.
glad you lived to tell the story.
Yeah, yeah, that was an insane day. Yeah, no, it's so crazy. And as a professional coach, does self care come up a lot? Like, do you feel like that's something that a lot of professionals that you deal with really just need that in their life? I mean, I know I was just talking with my friend who runs a very successful business, and he sent me. I was trying to get him on the show, and he sent me this calendar, which was like scheduled from like 6 in the morning to 10 at night every single day, and I was like, "What? How are you?" How is this possible? And he was like, well, I'm actually stuck at home because of COVID, so that's the reason it's so crazy. But I was like, still, that's I got like all my calendar says is will try if the kids let me. I don't have a that's my schedule. But anyway, so the question is, do you find that as a big issue with professionals?
A huge issue, and I was saying as you were away, you were talking about what we need to talk about that. The whole "we'll try, the kids let me." That's a whole nother conversation. But
Oh, I'm about to
uh
get some time. Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, especially, female professionals, because, juggling work and family, a lot of times, yeah, we tend to, women especially, I find, and not to say males don't go through it too, but I think because of the nature of our society, right? It's usually traditionally the woman's job, right? To make sure the kids are taken care of, to make sure they're fed, to make sure, all the things. And so a lot of times, women tend to put themselves on the, at the bottom of the list. And so I find that a lot, and it's pretty common. It's pretty common. And so that's why, and out of my own life, I noticed it out of my own experience as well. And so, what I've noticed is that it's a generational thing. A lot of times, I didn't learn self care because I never saw my mother do it. My mother worked very hard to make sure we were taken care of. I never saw her do it, and she probably never saw her mom do it. And so, it's really important to me to start to try to break some traditions and what we think about our roles and what we are responsible in doing. And I'm not saying we don't take care of our kids, but what I am saying is that we start to make self-care as part of what we do and not an option.
Mm, a normal routine.
Yeah, a normal routine. So
I
we're not petering out, we're not burning out, we're not, when you're going on vacation, it's stressful going on vacation with kids,
honestly,
especially,
yeah, yeah.
you know. Then when you come back, you need a vacation from your vacation.
So
So
do you feel like it's not necessarily like you take a day off from work during the week, but like you have time to yourself? Either so like is it a block of time every day, or are you saying a big chunk during one day? What do you feel is like better?
Um, I believe it varies, right? But I really recommend at least 5 minutes a day. Like a lot of my clients are like, I don't have time. And so that's the story we tell ourselves. So I'm like, okay, you mean that you're not worth 5 minutes? 5 minutes. And
Right.
so one
Right.
of the things that I find, which talking about the phone, the mobile phone, a lot of times, we have gotten, again, we use our phones are everything, right? They're computers, they're portable computers. And a lot of us wake up. First thing we do is grab the phone. Let me grab the phone. Let me see who texted me. Let me see who called me. Let me see what the news says. Let me see what the weather is. And so the first parts of our day is dedicated to everybody else who needs me, what's happening in the world, and we are not even giving ourselves that time to think, to breathe, right?
Mm,
So I really recommend, okay, start with 5 minutes. I'm a big proponent of meditation. And so, um, if you can't meditate, just sit still and breathe, right? If you're faith-based, say a prayer. Think about what you're grateful for. So it's really important, I think, for people to start their day with them, not starting their day with everybody else, even with the kids, right? It's like, oh, I got to get this, I got to do everything external. Can you take 5 minutes, sit on the side of the bed, breathe, be gratitude, meditate, pray? So you are spending that, at least that first part of your day, thinking with you, connecting with your spirit, connecting with your mind, body, before you start reacting and responding to what everybody else wants.
Mm.
So yeah, and then you go from there and giving yourself, but again, if you need a day, a mental health day, take it. Take a mental health day if you need to take a day off from work. If you need to take a day off from work as an entrepreneur, take it. Like,
Yeah.
listen to your body. Listen to you. I think we don't listen to our bodies enough. We don't listen to what our bodies are trying to tell us because we want to plow through. We want to get through. But studies have shown that we actually are more productive when we take more breaks and get more rest. I
Mm.
used to be that, like, oh, I gotta plow through. I gotta plow through. Not taking a rest, taking that rest, 5 minutes, going outside, getting some sun, taking a walk, stretching. Actually, you could be more productive as if you chain yourself to a desk for 8 hours straight. But if you're taking regular breaks, rejuvenating your mind, your body, you actually are, can get more done.
That's cool.
I appreciate that. That's
Um,
awesome.
I'm gonna try to condense all the other stuff we want to talk about. So we spent way a lot of time on that. But hey, that's what was our topic. What's the Amazing Women's Network?
Yeah, so it's personal to professional development for women, and I support women, especially women professionals, in juggling their work and home life. So women who are go getters, they're ambitious, but they want to do well in everything they do. And because of that, it can cause a lot of stress and can cause anxiety. They're not taking care of themselves.
Okay.
They want to know how good they're doing, be confident in their job and their leadership at work, and they want to be confident in how they're able to be present for their families. And so I really work with them in getting clear and prioritizing and taking that time out for themselves, and doing the things that honor really what they want to be doing, and helping them get the permission to say no to the things that they don't want to be doing. So we a lot of us just do so many things out of obligation, or because we don't want to let people down. We don't want people upset with us. So the power of no is a I wrote a we'll talk about that, but I
Yeah.
wrote a book.
Just about
One
to
of the
ask you about it.
chapters is called The Power of No. And I talk about setting boundaries and saying no more, and not feeling like you have to do everything everyone asks you to do. You can say no, and it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard it, but I totally played this soundbite.
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
Yeah, I did hear it before. Yeah. And I think men are much better at saying no than women in general.
Why do you think that is?
I think that we are, again, because we are nurturers, we bring life into the world. We are expected to, you know, make everyone comfortable because we
Mm.
make our babies comfortable, and I think we're expected to do that. We're expected to take care of everybody, in a way that men are expected to provide traditionally, right? But anything outside of that, not really. So I think men, there's a
We're
thing in
just
play.
scum, honestly, you know?
No, 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 it's
I'm just
not.
kidding. I'm kidding.
It's not about being scum, but it's really about, I think, just again, this the nature of our society
Yeah.
and gender roles.
Yeah,
And there's nothing wrong with gender roles, I don't feel. I feel like but it's all about what works in your family, right?
sure. Yeah.
And what you decide, right? That you're going to do. So you're about to get married. I know I'm not the interviewer here, but are you
No.
planning on having children?
Yes.
Okay. So, you get to decide what works between you. It doesn't have to look like what your parents did or what her parents did. You get to decide what works between you, right? And so I think that's so important, is to talk about what your expectations are and things like that, right? Because we tend to do typically duplicate what we've seen. but what we've seen may not always work in today's time
Sure.
with your today's relationship, right? And so, yeah, I think it's just expectations women that's on us and that we've accepted. And I think yeah, I think that's why. So I think we can learn some things about men in that way, and we can learn to delegate more. I tell women we got to learn how to delegate. Yeah, he may not fold the towels like you like it. He may not wash the dishes like you like it, but it's better than you doing everything.
Mm.
Learn to be okay with the towels being folded 3 times and not 4 times. It's okay. It's fine. The towels will
I,
still work the same.
it's funny you say that. I think it's wild. Like I live with a bunch of other guys, and praise God that I'm getting out of here soon. But just I've had my fair share of roommates from, I guess what, um, from 2014 on 15, something like that, and life hit really hard, and it was like, wow, okay, living quarters got really small.
Mm,
And they got bigger over time, but there were some parts of my family where I was like, man, I miss that, because as guys, we don't necessarily care about decor as much,
mhm.
because when we're at home, we don't care at looking at the walls. It's
Right.
now my room, for
Sorry,
example, I have.
me and you don't count because we're doing the live stream. But yes,
Yes,
in those
yes,
situations.
I love looking at the walls and art pieces and whatnot, but in our living room, it's 2 couches and 2 lazy boys. And there's a piece of art that I put up from it was like some art class that I did. It's like, as guys, and even cleanliness, like, we don't take care of ourselves enough.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, like you said, it's kind of the mentality of go, run, do, and then when we get home, we're exhausted. So just relax, play games, watch a show, whatever.
Yep.
Because for me, I wake up at 4:30 every day to go to work.
Wow.
And sometimes if I want to go in at 4, I have to wake up at 3:30, and before that, and whatever. And it's exhausting. I've never been more exhausted in my entire life, ever.
Wow. Mhm.
Um, but then again, the trade-offs, I get off at 1 if I wanted to, and 3 at the latest.
Yeah.
1 o'clock, 1 p.m.
Eat the
That's
traffic.
unheard of.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah. And 3 o'clock if I want overtime. But that's the thing about guys, it's like we just don't necessarily care about our I guess surroundings, not necessarily personally, but more like just stuff.
Mhm.
It's just weird how that works out. But then again, like you said, we're providers. We're able to go and do and buy and so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um That's interesting. You're right. All
Surprise.
of those things that, what is important to men in general, not important are important to us, right? But we're expected to beautify the home. We're expected to make it a home. We're expected to, and I think again, we just try to do way too much and not ask for help or just be like, I'm just not doing it, just like certain things. Again, just making those conscious choices, I think the
Yeah.
important thing. What works for you, what doesn't, and be okay with that. Not try to keep up with the Joneses or the Jacksons, but like, hey, this is in my life, this is what I want it to look like.
Yeah,
And it doesn't have to look like anybody else.
Right.
that's awesome.
This is true.
So you did allude to the book. What's the name of your book and why'd you
It's
write it? And
it's called Who Stole My Significance? And it's
oh,
about
Oh wow.
it's about my journey of self-discovery, self-love, of realizing like what my purpose was and learning how to say no, learning things about myself. And it's really written in a way where it's like, okay, these are things that I learned, and this is how you can take, if this resonates with you, this is how you can take the lessons and apply it to your own life. So each chapter, at the end of the chapter, there's a journal prompt, because I'm really into journaling, and I suggest that for most of my clients. There's a action step, because I'm like, take this and I want you to do something with it,
Mm.
and an affirmation at the end of each chapter. So
mhm.
it really is for like to inspire, the reader to, hey, if you got some things, if you're not where you want to be in life, or there's some things you want to do in life, or there's some changes you want to make in life, this is the things that I've learned, and I want you to take what I've learned and be able to change your own life in whatever area that you want to change it in. Change.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
always interesting spending time writing something like that. I have my new book coming out where it's very motivational, and at the end, instead of like journal quotes, it's actually a coloring page where you can just color the points that were made. It's really exciting. It really helps you really
That's
get the
cool.
point. What you don't like the idea of my coloring page? Great.
For a children's book, yes, I think it's
This
a great
is for
idea.
adult people.
No, the
No.
adults color. Adults color. They
It's
have
like-
coloring books for adults.
Learn to say no, and then it just has
It could
no
work.
in the
It could
coloring
work.
page.
I think if it was like a comic book or
Nope.
like a
This is a
giant,
This is a become more.
if
like
it was a
me.
giant, those trees need some friends. Let's paint some trees for those friends. And don't worry, we spilled some paint on the canvas, but we don't make mistakes. We have happy little accidents. Stuff like that, Jason.
I know I'm being silly.
The Bob
I
Ross
usually do
style.
that. Gosh, but no, I think that's amazing, Bunny. The idea of really, I mean, I guess it's really just what you're dealing with when you're coaching people. You kind of just put it down into words to kind of help, and that's amazing. I think the idea of like seeing your book on sale and stuff, is that weird? Was that pretty cool?
It was cool. It's been like 3 years now, but I'm
Sure.
actually going to work on a second edition
Coloring
and
book version
a
of your
journal
information.
coloring book version. Yes.
Makes sense.
Paint by numbers. And so, and a journal, a complimentary journal, so that people can really use that to work out, the lessons and things like that. It's not lessons, but the general lessons.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean,
It's not the lessons, it's the lessons.
Well, I'm
It's
saying
the
like
lessons of
it
the
almost sound like, lesson plan, like something that was
Sure.
kind of academic, but no, it's
Yeah,
like
no.
the
It's
life
simple.
lessons
Yeah.
and how they can just apply it, write down how they can apply it to their own life.
That's amazing.
But yeah, it was so exciting at first. It was exciting to like, oh my gosh, I wrote a book. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it was really exciting. And and to hear, I think that, it's like it's nerve-wracking at first because you're like, okay, I'm hoping people will like it and get my intention behind it. And so when I've heard women come up to me or call me and be like, oh my gosh, like you put to words what I was feeling. And that's what I wanted to create. Like, or, I felt like you were talking to me. And that's what I wanted to write a book where it's like, I'm your friend, I'm talking to you. And so to get the feedback and testimonies about, how people have been really inspired by the book is just, it means the world to me.
That's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I wanted to make sure we talked about that real quick. We are now moving on, but this is the moment of the day where you get your own time to shine by yourself on the screen, and you tell people how to get a hold of you, more stuff, whatever you want to say. You could literally just say, haha, I won Jason, if you want to. You can do whatever you want. This is your moment where you get to shine by yourself. Please tell people about everything you do, and sorry we didn't get more in depth, but thank you so much for spending extra time on the self-care with us, because me and Trey both need to spend a little more time on self-care. So.
And as you're plugging yourself, I would love for you to share one thing that the world needs to know about self-care that we've not talked about. So
Ooh, that we've
just,
not talked about. Okay.
as in the advice that you would give somebody
Okay.
about self-care.
Yeah. I
And
will.
you have the full screen in 3, 2, 1.
Thank you. First of all, I want to say thank you, guys, for having me. This has been a very different experience in a good way. I've enjoyed really being able to share and have fun. So, in order to get in touch with me, I am on pretty much, well, not all, but most platforms. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn under Amazing Women Network, or you can search me under Bonita Owens, or you can look me up at amazingwomennetwork.com. I also work with organizations. So I work with businesses, organizations, and with leaders to help with effective communication and team engagement. I'm a speaker and life and leadership coach and a facilitator. So I do all things personal and professional development. So if you know someone, if you have a business or work in an organization, or if you want some one-on-one time to learn how to juggle life and work and really be the best version of yourself, I'm the one to contact. So I'd love to hear from you. My book, you can find it on Amazon under Who Stole My Significance. You can search that. And yeah, I thank you for being able to share. Oh, what the advice I would give about self-care. What I would say about self-care is this. So many people say, I don't have time. I don't have time to take care of myself. I don't have time. I don't have time. And what I say to them is that if you don't have time, you above anybody else needs to make time. And the reason being is that you cannot give from an empty cup. And if you don't take out time to take care of yourself, what people end up getting from you are your messy leftovers, your fumes. You can't give what you don't have. So if you think you don't have time to take care of yourself, I want to say this. If you can't do it for you, do it for the people you care about and do it for the people that you serve, because you do them a disservice when you give them your leftovers.
See, Trey? You're muted, Trey.
Thank you so much. That was awesome.
Yeah,
You're
stop
welcome.
giving me your leftovers, Trey.
Well, that's what you deserve. So anyway, no, I really appreciate that, and we might start doing that as a new bit, just to kind of elongate the little thing. We might not.
The
We may.
question
I don't
at
know.
the end? Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, why not? But yeah.
I love
So
it.
Bonita, thank you so much. We're not quite done yet, but thank you so much for coming on the show, and you're an amazing guest. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Y'all are amazing hosts. I love it. It's very different. When I
Yeah.
saw it, I was like, I love this. It's been
Yeah.
a great experience.
Well, that's always in the heart of this. It's like I just really needed to keep on doing music, and then I was just like, I just want to hang out with Trey more. So this just kind of just worked out, and so it's fun. But it's like that's the idea. It's like to make it not feel like a normal show, to make it feel like you're hanging out with your buddies, even though you'd never met us before.
Right?
And I live in Kentucky, so me and Jason
Yeah.
don't really ever get to hang out, but once a year.
Oh,
When he
I
comes
thought
down
so-
for ACL.
when I assumed you were in Texas too. Okay.
Oh yeah, when I
No,
told you about
I'm in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm from Tennessee originally.
Awesome.
So
What part?
neighbors, Nashville.
Okay. Yep.
We're in
I'm from
Kentucky.
Louisville.
Yep.
Yep.
We used
So
to come up. I think it's shut down now, right? The amusement park in Louisville.
which
No, it
one?
wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Kentucky Kingdom?
Yeah, Kentucky Kingdom.
It's oh, is it really?
I don't know. No. Don't.
Well, it was Six Flags Kentucky Kingdom, and then
They
it was
sold
bought out, and it was then just Kentucky Kingdom. If it closed down, I'll be very sad because I
No.
wanted to take my
Okay, no.
fiance.
I made it up. That was. I remember years
What
ago.
happens if it is? and then
Somebody
it's
got
like-
injured,
It
like
did.
their leg got
Oh,
snapped off, or something tragic
yes.
happened, and
Yeah.
I just
So
assumed they would shut down. I didn't know.
I'm gonna tell the story just because you brought it up. It really
Okay.
quick. So the basically the thing I was referencing earlier, the rides that bring you all the way up and drop you.
Yeah.
So it was called the Elevator or the Superman Power, something like that. And when it went down, one of the cables snapped,
Yes.
and I don't know what the medical term is called, but it chopped off this lady's legs.
Right.
And they were able to save one, but the other one not so much. But she got good money
I bet she did.
from the thing, and they took down the ride. But there's another one just like it. I mean, within reason, around the corner, they took that ride down out of the center of the park.
Wow.
But it was wild. That
I
that
remember
definitely
that.
was wild.
Mhm.
For anybody that's concerned, Kentucky Kingdom is still open, and you can get their 2024 season passes.
Oh my
now.
gosh, they're not a sponsor. We should
Yeah,
get them as a sponsor.
Actually, I just sent them an email, and they said yes, they'll give me a season pass to Kentucky Kingdom whenever I want to come. Not you though, because you're the lesser of the.
What's
guests on
wild
the
is you
show.
should just put it in my name because you don't even live here, Jason.
Nope.
So I don't know how
You
that
know,
would work.
you know how spiteful I am. I'll just have it
That's
under
funny.
mine and just not ever use it, for you to know that
That's wild.
I'm in
Well,
control and you're not.
I don't remember when it opened. It was forever ago, but we would drive up there because it was a
Oh,
Six
yeah.
Flags. And, of course, Nashville didn't have a Six Flags. We had Opryland, which was meh.
What's
and now we
that?
don't have a Opryland. It was an amusement park.
Okay.
But
It
A
doesn't.
music theme.
No, they
Boo.
shut it down. They tore it down and put an outlet mall there. So,
Right.
so Nashville no longer has an amusement park.
That's tough. I'm sorry.
That's rough.
Oh, I don't live there
Kentucky
anymore, but
And she lives
Yeah.
in.
we
I
have
know-
Six Flags in San Antonio. So
Okay.
and
Fiesta,
SeaWorld.
Texas. You said what?
And SeaWorld.
And SeaWorld. Well, I don't consider it a It's kind of
It is amusing.
Animal-
It's a park.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, for me, it works because I have kids and they think that's way cooler than Fiesta, Texas.
Yeah.
And because they can ride the rides, even though I can't ride any of the rides, but
But that eel ride, that roller coaster,
Because he
that's
has such a big heart. His heart's too
Mhm,
big
sure,
for the
that's
rides.
the reason. Why. The eel. I don't know what you're talking about.
it's an
All right.
it's a roller coaster at SeaWorld.
Oh yeah, it looks cool.
It's scary. I've been
Yeah.
on it. It's cool though.
Not me.
All right, Jason, we should move right along so we can entertain Miss Bonita since she's been here and giving us her time.
All right. So hey, there are parts I was not in the conversation. So if there was a funny bit or an interesting bit, make sure you mention that to me, Trey or Bonita. What are some things that we should have for sure in the wrap that I can't miss out on?
That you look like Betty Boop.
Got him.
Wow. Wow. Okay, done. It's gonna make it happen. Oh yeah, and then the new national anthem is "All the Single Ladies."
Yes.
All the single ladies. Self-care, obviously.
Self-care.
What else did we talk about?
We talked about
Self-care.
a book.
Taking
We
a break.
Really spent a long time talking
We
about self-care.
did. We did.
You spend a lot of time on what?
Talking about self-care.
Good, because that's the most important thing.
Yeah, no, it is important. Well, it worked
What
out
else
that
did we
she
talk
was
about?
We talked about her book.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about the
Six
Amazing Women's
Flags.
Network. We talked
Six
about
Flags.
Women's
Kentucky
Network.
Kingdom. Kingdom. Did I finish the sentence or did I just say kingdom? Anything else? We talked
Women are
about?
nurturers and men are providers.
Yeah, except for in my relationship. Anyway, yeah. No, as in I'm the nurturer because I don't have an actual job. I just do this and
Jason, get a job.
but I sell stuff and rap. But which feels
Sell
weird
stuff.
since I
That
don't have a
sounds
real
kind of
job.
sus.
Well, it is sus. You don't want to know what I sell.
He
I
gets
sell
stuff
my
from Goodwill and
farts.
resells it.
We
Okay,
don't want
that's
to know what you
gross.
sell.
I sell my farts to all my stream watchers.
Okay, he
joke,
goes to
I'm sorry.
Goodwill and resells items there
I
that
sell-
he finds
I
for a
sell-
good price.
I sell toys. I was
Kind
gonna
of
say
toys?
legendary toys. What do I sell? I sell. What's the word?
Collectibles and
Yeah,
stuff.
collectible toys. Like
Oh.
and so like old.
How can I? I'm like, how can I help you, Jason? I don't know what word you're
I
looking
have
for
no
here.
idea why I get legendary. Like, was it? I just found a Final Fantasy VII action figure from Japan. Trey,
Cool.
a Sephiroth. Sephiroth is that his name?
Sephiroth. Yeah.
Yeah, Sephiroth. It was like a
No, not
$100
broth.
figure.
Sephiroth.
Seth Roth.
Seth
Seth
Rogen.
broth?
Yep.
Is it a chicken
So-
broth soup?
Chicken broth, Sephiroth. Let's wrap.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, I got you. All right,
All right.
Trey, could you give? Ask her if she has a name.
Yes. Do you have a stage name, a nickname, something you'd like us to use, or you can just totally use your name?
Oh. Okay, I don't share this often, but I will.
Ooh.
I have a nickname. My family calls me. It's not that serious. It's Bo.
Bo. Perfect.
Done. Would be perfect
That's
for
what we're
this,
gonna
bro.
use. Jason, you ready?
Yep.
Yo, we got DJ Sound Effects Bo and Scott the Psalmist on the mic. Let's get it.
Hello, how are y'all doing today? I gotta exhale, breathe, and I feel the way. You got the voice mod on your beatbox, only if I know the beat stops. If I gotta break it all down with the time. Now I got a beat cause I bust when I rhyme out loud, doing what I'm doing right now. And yes, I got a new calendar coming out, yow. They call me Betty Boop because I'm so cool. I gotta break it forever, but I know that I'm true. Yeah, and we doing the new national anthem. We gotta break down every fathom. All the single ladies up in the place. Only if I got this smile on my face. Exhale, breathe, here I go again now. Did you understand what I did with the style? Oh, now we gotta say that we gotta do. Practice radical self-care and keep it true. And only if you got some self-nurturing. I gotta break things forever, I never scream out loud. I need to spend 5 minutes right now. Looking like I'm out of control, but why, how? Must I break the little time? Why do my kids have to chase me in the bathroom? I just want a few minutes just to see it. Only if I can't break it down and pee it. Yes, I want to pee and poop by myself. I'm just saying it's the truth. Only if I can't feel well. Oh, but now we gotta break down. I'm looking for the life cause the soul don't sound. Now we profound and we lyrically bound on the ground. When I'm running around, I'm looking how, when, where must I stare? I'm standing there looking back. People are saying that it is clear. Only if we can't say, now we did it. We talking about moving these things professionally. You can't even break it through, but now you're rapping you. I'm looking back at the truth and I'm thinking, is it cool? Bonita's just chilling out. They call her Bo cause she knows everything about everything. Now she can't do what she be. She comes downtown cause she's in the SAE. But now I did what I do. If I never got through, I can exhale, breathe, keep it cool. And my son visited in the middle of the show cause his phone died and he wanted to be like, yo, bro, I need a little time to go. And I'm like, yo, I'm doing a show. It's live. I don't know. But anyways, Trey, having a good time today. Our lights are looking good, fresh anyway. Hey, I guess I'm only done with the rap. I exhale, breathe, and these are my facts. Oh, yo, what am I doing? I gotta flow, grow, feel that I ruin. It's like I got my bubbly in my hand, and guess what? It's not grapefruit. Nah, man, that's it. I guess I'm done with the rap. Now I gotta breathe because I'm feeling all the facts and I say everything. I don't even know it back, but now I gotta do it forever. Just relax.
Woo!
That's pretty good, Jason. You had a good flow.
Thank you.
You did.
Good stuff. I hope we were at least a little entertaining to you. This
I
is a
love
little
it.
part of our show. We try to entertain our guests and wrap up everything we talked about.
Love it. Love
Awesome.
it. You guys have something great, unique here. So
Thank
more
you.
people need to know about you.
Yeah.
We
You
really
need
appreciate it.
sponsors. Really. Seriously.
I'm glad you said that. Jason, take it away. Our sponsors.
Hey, guys.
Get it?
I hope you're having an amazing day. And if you're looking for a new website, make sure you go to nomadweb.design. Wait, what is it? Trey, I totally forgot what the website is.
No, that's it. That's it.
Did I do it right?
Yes.
Oh, nomadweb.design for amazing websites. I've done this 100 times. You think I would know. If you're looking for a website, he just upped our percentage. So if you get one, we get more money. And so that'd be exciting for us. If I could just send you to the right website. You know,
God,
make
so embarrassing.
But you know, again, if you're listening to the podcast on all the different places that podcasts are, and you're like, hey, how do I become this part of this conversation? We are live every Monday at 5 p.m. CST. So please come join us and have a great conversation. Make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, to all the different places that we have. We always try to update our TikTok to have good shorts. If there's something that you want us to talk about, please let us know, or somebody you want us to be on the show, let us know. Trey, am I forgetting stuff? I know I am.
We would love for you guys to be on the show. We have a schedule up, and I'm not sure how far in advance it is, but we talk about anything and everything on the show. If there's something you really want to get off your chest or something you want to talk about professionally, please come on our show. Just like Bonita Owens, she has been an amazing guest talking about self-care, promoting her book, and everything that she does in her career. And if that's what you are interested in, please hit us up at Facebook. We're there at Flows For You. You can also hit us up through flowsforyou.com, where you can message us directly. But Facebook Messenger is our best way to get in touch with us. But we love to see you guys on the show.
Yes. And thank you again Bonita, for being on the show. I hope that you were entertained and had fun with us and all the fun things that we do. And yes, you won full handedly at the quiz, and I applaud you. And yeah, I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
go in the other room and cry. Um, get some self care crying time.
What we're actually gonna do is
Right, we're gonna do right now. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna do a close, and what I need you to do is that you need to be Chair's therapist and fix him. 'cause
chair's
he's broken.
therapist. Be a therapist to a chair.
Mm. So you're gonna ask Trey 3 questions, and he has to answer you. So
Oh, I forgot about this. Okay.
yeah. And this is our close. Then we'll do a close, and please stay after that so we can thank you
Okay.
nicely.
So, any 3 questions? I'm his therapist.
Yeah.
As a therapist.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what's going on with him. Talk to him about it.
Okay.
You can make up facts about my life.
Okay. So, how long have you had this urge to eat animals?
Well, it depends on what you're talking about. Yes, I love eating animals, preferably cooked. That we're talking chicken, beef, pork. But I mean, is there a specific animal you're talking about? Because I'm not really sure.
Oh,
Professor
okay. So
Bonita.
the memory loss is starting to kick in as well. I see, and it's I'm really concerned. But that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. So you told me that you like to eat armadillos.
Now that you mention it, I don't remember ever doing this, but I keep finding myself like curling up closer and closer to myself every night. I mean, that could be some sort of side effect of doing this. There's also a really high chance that I have leprosy because apparently you can contract that from armadillos. I did lose this ring finger the other day. Is that a problem? Should I be worried or concerned?
Well, is it your wedding finger?
No.
You're good. You're fine.
Phenomenal. Well, then I can
Yeah.
just keep eating armadillos, right?
You can. You really can. I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you. What kind of life you want to lead. It's
It's
I
my
can't
life,
tell you what
right?
to do. It is your life. I'm not sure if it's I mean, losing a finger is not the same as losing your life, right?
Right, true.
So but if it interferes with your relationships, with you really like being productive member of society, that's something we really need to talk about.
You just get a prosthetic finger. Sorry.
Did you hear that? Where did that come from?
I don't know.
You heard that, right? It wasn't just me.
Prosthetic finger.
No, I didn't hear a thing. I think I'm really concerned with the memory loss, and now you're hearing voices.
Oh, you didn't hear that.
No.
Okay, then I am having issues. All right.
Yeah.
The armadillo
It's-
meat has to go, I guess.
So tell me, what is it that you really want?
I want to I've been thinking about this since our last session, and I really want people to understand that there is nothing wrong with eating armadillos. I mean, really, there's a whole lot of health benefits. You get my skin is a whole lot thicker, so I feel like I have this protective layer from consuming all this armadillo meat. Fun fact about armadillos, they jump like kangaroos, so I feel like I can jump higher now. And it's wild because I'm a pretty big guy, and I've never been able to jump really high because gravity sucks. It's not about my weight at all. And yeah, so I feel like armadillo meat should be on the market. So that's what I want to tell the world.
Okay.
And if you guys need therapy, Bonita Owens is offering all kinds of services at a fair rate, mind you. And she's awesome. So
Well, thank you for this time.
That was good. We've heard it all. I mean, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
we've heard it all. It's been so random, and I've had to yes and it, and it's been, some of them aren't so great. This one was pretty good. So
And I messed up because I did not yes and your hearing voices.
no, it's okay. It's okay. No,
that
it's
worked
totally
out
fine.
'cause it was funnier. Well, thank you so much, guys, for listening. Next week we have Rodney Caldwell. He's an author who talks about. Next week will be a little more serious. He talks about depression and bullying. But he's
Specifically bullying Jason, but yes.
actually, I have nothing to do with that. But it should be a little more serious than normal, but we'll still try to have a good time. And thank you again, Bonita, for spending time with us. And we hope that you have a great and awesome day. Thank you, everybody else, for checking us out.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming on. You've been an amazing guest. We'd love to have you back on soon.
Would love to come back.
Whenever that schedule opens up. But feel free to stay on afterwards. We'd love to just chat for a second. Or if you have to go, we totally understand. But this is the end of the show, guys. We love y'all. Thank you so much. Flows for you. Flows for you.
This is what we do now. This is what we do.
See you guys later. Take care.
Are you looking for a different kind of podcast? How about informative and clean? It will make you laugh. Scout and Trey, yeah, that's what we do. We got a little funny thing, keeping it true. Hey, we take your topics and all of your ideas and bring in a guest and we answer them there. Then we make a freestyle rap and do it for you. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. Yep, flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you. This